And so our heroes are back here trying to defeat the monsters before they get to Castle Daerion. And they are in a predicament. But never fail, because here we go. Albrecht will attack first with his big mace and attack the flesh molder he has been engaged in battle with. And he hit the thing. And the flesh molder is still alive, but it took some damage and it is stunned. Albrecht decides, let's finish it off. And he hits it again. And he does finish it off. It falls to the ground, dead. Jane is going to make her move. Seeing an opening and a chance to light some more beacons, she makes a run for it. And so with the heroes saying, go, 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 she runs past the flesh molders and is over at the beacon. That leaves Leoric of the book. He will try to attack these flesh molders that are in front of him. And he hits one, but it is a glancing blow. And he attacks it again. He hits it much better this time. A straight shot from his runestone. And it falls over dead as well. But Crispin is in a predicament. He has two worms next to him. He decides to attack the master worm with his great axe. And he hits. And he damages it. But it's still not dead, so he decides he will attack one more time to try to give these villagers some breathing room. Oh, but it is a glancing blow. Not good enough by any means necessary to defeat the monster. And so the Overlord sends his monsters back, commanding them. And so, with one last gasp, the flesh molder decides he will move and attack another villager. And so it attacks the villager. And it hits. And it does some damage. But the villager is still not dead. And then the plague worm attacks that same villager. And this time, surely, the villager is dead. So that is another villager dead by the hands of the Overlord's minions. Crispin now has a problem. Another plague worm has appeared, and it is attacking him as well. And it hits him. And he takes some more damage. And he's being attacked again. And he's hit again. And he takes even more damage. Crispin wobbles. He can no longer stand. And Crispin, the thirsty, falls unconscious to the ground. And so the heroes are in dire straits, but there is hope. For Fairwood has lit the third beacon. And now she is on her way to lighting the final one. But before she can even move to light the final one, something tries to trip her. But she passes anyways. She looked on the ground and saw that a tripwire was there. And so she was still able to move on. And so Grisbin, all he can do is stand up, try to revive himself. And he is able to stand up. He recovers some of his wounds. But that is all he can do for now. Leoric attacks with his roans and attacks the final flesh molder standing there. And he hits the thing. But the thing is able to block. And so all he is able to do is a glancing blow upon it. So he decides he will attack again. And so he does just a few more damage, but it is still alive. Albrecht spends one of his fatigue to move up closer to the same flesh molder and attacks with his mace. And he hits the creature. And the creature is unable to defend and is killed. Thinking what he should do, Albrecht decides to go and get in the way of the giant plague worm. And so the heroes have one more prior to light. But from out of nowhere, a flesh molder appears and runs up to block Fairwood's path, and it attacks her. She pulls up her warding stone and uses it. She's able to block some of the damage that the beast did to her by using the warding stone. Still weakened. She was lucky she had that thing, or the outcome could have been a heck of a lot worse. The master plague worm decides it will attack the villager right in front of it. And it hits. But the villager is still alive. Barely hanging on, but still alive. And then the two plague worms team up to attack Grisbin to see if they can't knock him down again. But one of them misses. And so the other one moves into attack. And it hits Grisbin. And Grisbin takes a blow, but he's still standing. And so our heroes now, what can they do? What can they do? It is simple. It is easy. The flesh molder cannot block the path for Jane, though she can try to go around him. And so, with a swiftness born of a woodland thief, Jane moves around the final flesh molder, goes up to the beacon, and lights it. And the final beacon is lit. The castle has been warned. And so the heroes, although they took a beating, were successful and are now moving on to the castle, Daerion.